afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Topic Time with Harrison Young. I have an awesome show tonight. Now that we're into the final couple of days of September. Before I begin, though, I just want to say thank everyone here at Area 58. I actually made my first entrance into this building 4 years ago today, to set up my shows here, and it's been a great run here. And at that time, I decided I'd do 2 shows a week, and I also have been doing that in Easton as well. And I celebrated with them yesterday, so I just want to say thank you all in the towns of Carver, Clinton, and Halifax for the support for my show. Continued, and we'll just keep giving you great shows as we go on. And now, on that note, I will read these awesome underwriters. We have a few, not too many, and then I'll interview my awesome guests. So, we have Kingston Auto Body in Kingston. We have Rodney's Kitchen in Halifax. We have Ocean Street Auto Repair and Service in Marshfield. We have a Peppermint Twist in Marshfield. They make sweets. They're a new one. We have New England Floorscapes in Middleborough. We have good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson, right down the road on Route 58. We got Tom Auto in Middleborough. We got Salon Giovanni in Marshfield. We got Genuine's Inspection in Middleborough. We got Maggie's Cuts in Kingston. We got Pembroke Radiator in Pembroke. We got Crazy Axe's Rec Center in Hanover. We got the law offices of Cahalan and Stefani in Brockton, specializing in personal injury and workman's comp law. We got the Gunrunner LLC in Middleborough, the Second Amendment Freedom Store. We got DNS Auto Works in Abington. And we got the Casual Cup in Braintree, a nice little yogurt stop. I want to thank you guys very much. And on that note, I'll now officially introduce this young lady, Talita McKee. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, she's an 8th grade student. I think she looks a little older, but in mature look, and that's interesting. Okay, cool. I never would have thought you were 13. I would have figured you were more like maybe 18, but cool. We all age at different rates of speed. I aged a lot faster than most people in my class in school, so I know what that's like. Now you remember the National Honor Society, and we'll talk about that and what you have something planned for next spring going to DC.
Yeah.
But before we cover that, like I do with every guest, regardless of how young or old, I want to talk about you're still a kid, but you're an older kid than you were like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So tell me about what you were like as a kid growing up. What did you aspire to? And then let's talk about what your future looks like too. So we'll start with that, and if I have any questions, I'll roll them in. So go ahead.
When I was little, I did a lot of weird stuff. I don't know.
You did a lot of what?
Weird stuff.
Okay. You don't have to. You can talk about it. I did a lot of weird stuff too. If you want to talk about it, that's fine. If not, we can move on. It's up to you.
I think I was around I don't know how old I was for 2 winters. I would wear my jacket backwards.
Oh, that's awesome. I've done that.
That's just a small thing that I used to do, and I don't know. I've always gotten good grades.
Okay. And when you say by good, I mean you've been better than average, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's good. So you're smart, you're creative, and you're obviously superstitious, I guess.
Yeah.
The way your jacket, do stuff like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what that's. So you do stuff that's a little odd. I'm just wondering, does that? How about now? Do you still do things that are unusual?
Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, you're moving on in life. You got to find your niche. Sometimes you got to do things. I used to wear different colored socks.
I only wear long socks.
You only wear one sock?
Long socks. I don't wear short socks.
Well, okay. Well, that's because you want you want your feet to be warm, and you want your shins to be warm too. I know.
Yeah. No, mostly because I just don't like short socks. I think they're weird.
That's not so bad.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so would you say you're eccentric to some degree then? You know what?
I don't know.
In other words, all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, I've done so many weird things I can't even begin to name them. But we're talking about you. Okay. So you get good grades. What is your favorite subject in school?
Math or history.
Okay. Those are your 2 favorites?
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorites.
Now you said you're in 8th grade now.
Yeah.
Have you maintained pretty much all A's and B's since you started as a child, in 1st grade?
I only had bad grades for the first 2 quarters in 6th grade.
Okay.
Because of distance learning, but that's it.
Oh, all right. So you had a little off time.
Yeah.
And then you bounced back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So right now you're in the National Honor Society, the Junior National Honor Society.
Yeah.
And now is that a scholastic thing for your school?
Yeah, it is. Oh, I think.
Is it just your school? Or is it involved like the whole state? You're in Rhode Island. Is it involved like the whole state?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the whole state, not just our school.
Okay. All right. Now, how did you get into that?
I don't know. I remember last year, kids were getting into it, just not for the DC trip, but just for the 7th graders. They were getting into it. I didn't get into it because of 6th grade.
Okay.
But
the 5th grade. So that was a while ago. That was still 3 years ago.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It was 3 years ago. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you've been at it a while. So So you got into it in the 5th grade. So you've been a member of the National Junior Honor Society since 5th grade?
No, the one I got a couple years ago was a different one. It was for I think the city, but this one is a National Junior Honor Society.
Oh, national. This is national. That was for the city.
Yeah.
The city of Providence?
No, I was in Wakefield at the time.
Wakefield, Mass, or Rhode Island?
Mass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know there's one in Rhode Island too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think there is. Pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, okay. Well, math and English. What did you say your other favorite subjects was?
History.
History. Okay. Well, now you're going to learn geography too. Then you know what towns in your state are that you didn't know about before.
Yeah, I'm not very good at geography.
Well, okay. All right. Well, all right. So you keep up your GPS. It's pretty impressive, obviously. So how much time a week do you spend like doing schoolwork? Do you like to read a lot?
Yeah, I try to read a lot.
Okay.
I have a bunch of books in my room, but I spend like maybe an hour after school, one day a week, maybe doing homework. I don't usually have homework.
Okay. That's good. That's dedication.
Yeah.
Are you involved in any other extracurricular activities at school? Either be it like sports or to do that with academics, anything else?
No, last year for wrestling season I did wrestling, but
You did wrestling?
yeah.
Okay. Just girls?
No.
You wrestle with the boys too?
Yeah.
Okay. How did you do?
I did okay.
Okay.
Huh? I did good.
She's obviously she didn't want you to be too humble about it.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, that's good. I mean, so all right. You look fit. You look physically fit. Do you work out regularly?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay, I do too. And I'm a lot older than you are. So I'd say your future looks bright if you keep it up.
Thank you.
Okay. So are you still doing that now?
I don't know if I'm gonna do it this season.
Oh, that's right, because the season hasn't started yet.
It hasn't started yet, but I kind of like lost love for the sport, so I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing it.
What did you say about 3 sports?
No, I lost love for the sport, but
You lost love for the sport.
yeah.
Okay. You tried it once. You did what you did. You did your best. You did okay, and that was the end of it. You just didn't want to do it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough. That's impressive though. So were you the only girl on the team?
I think there was one girl, and then another one joined in the middle of the season.
Okay.
Near the beginning.
Did you find this is an interesting angle here because I always wonder when girls and boys are involved in a competitive sport, especially when it's physically taxing and it involves physical strength one over another. Did you feel that I just wondered if you felt the boys were a little went easy on you because you were a girl.
Maybe, but I was friends with most of the guys, so.
What's that?
I was friends with most of the guys.
Yeah, all right. Well, but remember, you were wrestling against people from other schools,
Yeah.
right? Okay, but you weren't friends with them, were you?
No.
Okay.
No, the other teams, the other schools didn't go easy.
They didn't. So you really had to pin them.
Yeah.
Well, I've noticed that girls today are a lot. I mean, by and large, girls are a lot more genetically fit than they used to be. They grow taller. I expect. Right now you're only probably about 5'5" or 5'6", because I'm only 5'7", and you look around that height. But my thinking is probably by the time you're a full-grown adult, you'll probably be a lot taller and a lot more able to handle things in life that come your way, and that's pretty impressive physically, not just academically.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now you say you like English. Are there any particular writers you like? Because I love to read and write myself, so I'm just wondering.
The only writer that I can remember is probably J.K. Rowling, because I love the Harry Potter series.
Okay. Oh, J.K. Rowling. Okay, yeah, that's a big thing. Have you ever done any acting at all in school or anything like that? Nothing like that? Okay, all right. Okay. Now, when it comes to like doing your schoolwork, do you do anything like you like extra credit? I assume you like a lot of stuff. Right? What kind of stuff do you do for extra credit?
I don't know if this counts as extra credit, but I'm always trying to help my teachers around in class.
Okay.
And if they I don't know, my teachers don't really give extra credit, like the ability to get extra credit.
They don't.
But yeah, no, they don't really do that.
Okay. All right.
When they do, I always try to take it.
What do you still stay after school and clap out of races for them? Do that kind of thing?
No.
No. All right. Okay. No, that's interesting. I'm just trying to get a handle on it. So what is coming up next spring for you? You mentioned it before we started. So tell us again so people watching the show can see.
There's
a
trip to DC. It's 4 days.
To Washington,
nights.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Washington DC, and we're gonna stay at a hotel.
Okay.
And there's gonna be multiple other kids from my school.
Okay.
I think we're gonna go to the White House. I don't know if we're gonna go in it, but I think we're gonna go see the White House.
You'll probably go in it. I mean, if you're getting a tour of the White, they're not going to just take you to the White House and not just keep you outside.
Yeah.
They bring in kids they bring in kids all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And what are you going to do there? You're not going to meet the president, are you?
I'm not sure.
Maybe you will. No, hey, you could meet him.
Maybe my mom wants to meet him.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, good. Well, I hope it works out. Whatever it is, I expect it'll be exciting. But don't you have a requirement between now and then that you have to keep your grades up to a certain level in order
I have to keep it a 90 and above.
90 and above, and that means all your grades, right?
All of them.
And that includes deportment as well.
Huh?
Deportment, like behavior.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
grade you in behavior, don't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now off the bat, when I was in second grade, I flunked all my deportment grades. I almost got committed for it, but that's another story. All right, so, well, because you got to behave yourself. Do you do anything else? Do you do music at all?
I used to play guitar for a little bit.
Okay.
And I was in band for a little. I played the trombone.
Okay.
But then I don't know what happened to my trombone. One time I left it outside, and I think it got stolen.
Well, that can happen if you leave your stuff outside.
Yeah, I forgot it.
But you're not still doing that now?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I mean, that might be kind of fun. Though, you think you might ever go back to it?
No, I didn't really like it. I might go back to guitar, not trombone though.
Oh, I mean music in
Yeah,
general.
maybe.
But you still got your guitar your guitar didn't get stolen, right?
No.
Okay.
I had a couple. I think I still have one more.
Okay, because I have a lot of musical guests. If you ever want to, if you play your guitar and you ever want to come on the show and perform something, that'd be certainly okay. You said you were in a band. Was it in a band of like people your own age, basically?
Yeah, it was a school band.
School band, okay. Oh, I see what you mean, right? So you did that in order to be in the school band, you perform like during the sporting events, like the football games and stuff?
Oh, I don't know.
Or it was a whole different thing from that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I lost my trombone before we ever got to
Yeah, that's
perform.
right. The trombone would have been if you were doing that like for sports and stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not sure. I lost it before we performed anything.
Oh, yeah, right. You really wouldn't be playing your guitar. The trombone is more of an athletic,
Yeah.
cheering instrument than a guitar is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you ever think you might get a new one and then be more careful with it?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. All right. All right. So now you're only you're 13, right?
Yeah.
Now do you work at all in any capacity? I know you obviously you're still a child in the eyes of the law, but are you allowed to work at all? Or do you ever?
No, I used to work at my mom's kitchen though. She had a
Okay.
kitchen.
Is that a restaurant?
It was like they would like deliver food to people.
Oh, I know, but was it a for-profit business or not?
I'm not sure.
Well, then in
Yeah.
other words, was to make. Okay, it was. Oh, okay, that's cool. What did you do? Did you cook?
I helped like cut fruits up and stuff like that, and I remember peeling like a big bucket of boiled eggs.
Okay. Okay, so it took a little. That was laborious. So you had to lift a heavy bag of a heavy bowl of eggs.
Yeah.
Okay, and did you cook them too, or did you just move them on to the next chef?
No, I just peeled them.
You peeled the eggs.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I did.
All right. Yeah. Now, what is your future? Now, tell me about what your future looks like. I know you're doing. This is pretty cool. What you're doing next year. You're not even in high school yet. So, do you have any goals for the future when you get out of high school yet? Do you have any plans for college? Do you have any plans for a particular career or anything like that?
I definitely want to go to college.
Okay.
I'm not sure where though. I want to go to one of the Ivy Leagues.
Okay, that sounds good.
But I kind of want to go to like investigations, like in the FBI, or be a veterinarian. Or
Well,
something like that.
what's the last thing?
A veterinarian.
Oh, that'd be good. You like animals?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have pets at home?
I have a leopard gecko.
Oh wow, a leopard and a gecko?
No, just a leopard gecko.
A leopard gecko. That's a lizard, right?
Yeah.
Wow. How big? How long is it?
He's like this big.
That's okay. It's an exotic animal. Cool. But you got to be careful. Now, what do you keep him in a cage? Or do you let him run
Yeah.
around the house?
No, I keep him in a cage.
Does he ever take a nip at your finger when
No,
you feed him?
he's never done that.
Really? Okay, that's
He's
good.
a good lizard. He won't bite me.
Okay, that's awesome. How old is he?
I think he's like 3.
3. Okay,
Yeah, he just turned 3 this summer. Yeah.
that's awesome. So you just have him and so obviously you got to care for him every day.
Yeah.
You got to give him. I'm afraid to ask what he eats. I assume it's probably live stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a vegetarian, so I think it's kind of awful, but
Yeah.
okay. But that's it. You never had any dogs or cats or gerbils?
I had a couple dogs. I had a cat. But that's it. I miss my cat.
I
And I
miss
miss
mine.
my
I had 2,
dogs.
and I miss mine both. They were great. I know how it is. I know how it is when you have pets that they love your life.
Oh, I had a ferret too.
A ferret?
Yeah.
Cool. They're cute.
He was my best friend.
Did you ever
His name was
walk them down
Cobb.
the street in a leash?
Yeah,
Yeah.
me and my mom walked him to school one time.
They didn't mind that you brought it to school?
No, me and my mom walked there, and then
Then she walked them back
yeah,
home.
she walked him back.
So you live close enough to the school so you can walk your pets to school and then go,
Yeah.
right? You don't have
We
to.
already moved though.
What's that?
We moved. That was a while ago.
Oh, all right. But before you lived near enough to
Yeah.
school so you could walk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, do you ever write any essays about stuff in your life? I mean, you seem like you're intuitive. I'm just wondering, do you, I started writing before I started doing the show. I wrote a couple of books. Have you ever thought of writing something like that, like poetry or doing a diary or anything that's creative?
No, I don't.
Speaking that you like English so much, I'm just wondering.
I don't know. I don't like English that much. I like my English teacher, but
Oh, okay. I thought you said you like math and English.
I like math and history.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
No,
History.
that's okay.
All right. Let's focus on your like a history. What do you have any particular historical times that you really are interested in more than any others?
Like, I don't know. The Salem witch trials were always interesting to me.
What is?
The Salem witch trials.
Oh yeah, they are interesting. I actually have relatives that live up there, and they're all witches.
Oh.
Just kidding. Yeah, I know that was a fascinating time. Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
I like the Salem witch trials, and then most of the wars I liked.
Most of the wars.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we're not heading for another one.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Wow. So all right. Have you ever written an essay about that, about history?
I mean, just the required ones.
Just the required ones. You wouldn't. Okay. I mean, I'm thinking for someone. I'm trying to help you out with advice that might help you. Like you might want to write. Take a subject that you like, something that's interesting, and make your own little blurb, do a little blog or something,
Yeah.
and then turn it. Then try and then present it. I mean, maybe just like maybe a 3 or 4 paragraph paper. I mean, obviously at your age, you like school. You're very good at it. If you weren't someone that did well in school, I wouldn't even be saying this to you. But I figured it might be something. It might behoove you to be a little, creative and write some things that that you can show to people and say, I wrote this. What do you think of this? Do your take on it. Talk about why did the Salem witch trials happen? Why are people so crazy about? Why do people have such hysteria over something that they had no knowledge of?
Yeah.
Could it ever happen again?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like writing too much.
You don't like writing too much?
I don't like
Well,
writing.
doesn't that? Yeah, but isn't that part? You only do it when you have to.
Yeah, I only
Okay.
do when I have to.
Yeah. Okay. Well, at some point you might want to sit down and just not. I mean, try it because you'd be amazed how creative you could be. Like, write a short story or something. Just an idea. Just something you don't have to do it, but it's just something you might inspire a lot of people. And at some point when you get older, when you're in high school or even on the side, I'd recommend you take a creative writing course somewhere. I expect you probably will anyway if you haven't.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're not as into English as you are into the other stuff, but it's fun being creative. It's fun seeing what you can do when with a pen and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're scheduled for April to go to DC, and how many people are going with you if you go? Just everyone. Okay, how many people in the national?
So far, the candidates there's like around 20.
So okay, that's pretty
people
good.
off the top of my head.
Okay.
And then a couple teachers are going, and I think the vice principal is going too.
Okay. How are you going down? Are you taking a bus, flying?
Coach bus.
It's a bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That'll be great. So, are your parents going too?
My mom might go.
Okay.
My mom and my mom and my brother will go.
Oh, okay. Now speaking of stuff like that, have you ever done any run for any student office in the political realm at your school?
No, I'm not. I'm not interested in the school politics very much.
You're not. So even when you start high school, you're not planning on doing anything like running for any office.
Maybe because it looks good on a college application.
It does look good on a college application. Plus, it give you a chance to practice your public speaking. And speaking of that, how are you with public speaking?
Not very good.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You might want to. That's what I think you might want to do. Is write a sample speech for yourself. I'm just practicing in front of a mirror or something, or even do it on a video and say, let's pretend you were going and standing up and addressing about 400 people about what it is that interests them. You read to them, you pretend you're reading, and I have a feeling you'd be amazed what the results you might get from doing that.
Yeah.
It's just an idea.
Maybe I'll
yeah.
try it out.
Yeah, you might try that. Okay. Now, do you interact with any other people that are as far as like work, doing your schoolwork with in your class?
Yeah.
Like, you work in groups with people, or you just better by yourself?
Yeah. I'm mostly better by myself, but on some things I like working with people. But I do enjoy doing like school stuff by myself.
Okay, yeah, I know, I'm the same way, yeah.
It gets distracting when there's too many people
That's
after
true.
me.
I know it is when you have too many people, but I'm thinking maybe a small group, like maybe 2 or 3,
Maybe.
of your closest friends or whatever.
It depends on what we're doing.
Right,
Or like what subject it is.
yeah, okay, right, all right. Okay, so, in the meantime, now that you've obviously just gone back to school, because it's September, and I assume you haven't gotten your report card yet, it's too early.
No, but I'm able to check my grades whenever I want.
Oh, yeah, I guess you can do that just by, yeah, and you never have to go, you've never had to go back for extra help at school or anything?
No. Last year I went to the math intervention, but that was only to get my homework done and
Okay.
if I needed any help in math or something like that.
Okay, but you liked it, I mean, it didn't bother you that you had to go, you just knew you had to do it, and you said, I'm gonna do it and just get it done.
Oh no, it wasn't a necessity. I just wanted to go do it.
Right, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, if you say math is a favorite subject, what kind of math? Geometry, algebra?
Algebra.
Oh, okay. That's a fascinating subject. And it can be used as, in philosophical means as well. Basically calculating. Just so you know, I didn't do well. I flunked geometry 3 times, and I managed to still get to algebra 2 in my senior year of high school.
I don't like shapes very much.
What's that?
I don't like shapes very much. It's very confusing.
What shapes or geometry?
Yeah, the triangles.
Yeah,
and
I
stuff
know.
like
I know what geometry is, but you might have to. But those are things you're going to have to learn in high school eventually.
that. Yeah, I know.
And my hunch is that that's why they want you to pass algebra first, because it opens the door. It makes it a little easier. It opens your mind a little more to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, ultimately you'll know the different. What congruent is, what an isosceles triangle, what a parallelogram is, and it's kind of fun, really. You just have to apply yourself. I think as you get older, my hunch is you'll pick it up and you'll like it more than you think you will when at this time. Because in the 8th grade you don't even do it yet. You haven't done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because I know how it is in the 8th grade. You don't do geometry till like sophomore year.
Yeah. We did it for like a little bit in 7th grade, but that's it. It was just a small piece of it.
Well, we didn't do anything like that in 7th grade. Now I was in 8th. I'm like 50 years older than you. I was in 8th grade 50 years ago, and it blows my mind because it sure doesn't seem like it. Well, guess what, Talita? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show.
Oh, it was, yeah.
I hope we covered, what you wanted.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Like I told you at the beginning, what I want you to do is look at the red light with the camera with the red light. Give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. Or you can look at your mom over there and give a shout out to her first, and then say hi to your friends, and then we'll wrap the show up the way we did.
I want to give a shout out to my mom. She's been very helpful in all of this. My dad too, and people in my school and my teachers. My teachers are very helpful. Mostly my mom though, and my dad. They do a lot for me.
That's great. Hey, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
They're very, very supportive. Now, how many brothers and sisters do you have? You got one brother?
I have 5 brothers.
5 brothers? Are you the only girl in the family?
Yeah.
Wow. Where were you in age range?
I'm not the youngest. I'm the one above.
You're in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess I'll give a shout out to my brothers and also my stepmom.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's good. And I'm sure I'm looking forward to finding out what your teachers think of the show, because I'm sure they're going to see it too.
Yeah.
That'll be great. And it might bode well for me. Now, just so you know, I get a lot of guests to word of mouth. If you know anybody, any of your friends, they're all kind of young, but if you know any people that are interesting for whatever reason, anyone who plays music, that's why I asked you at the beginning, and they want to do my show, have them, she has my digits, have them text me and we'll set it up.
All right.
Okay. And now, before we wrap the show up, do you have anything coming up that you want to make mention of that you might have forgotten in the next couple of weeks or months?
One of my brothers from Colorado is coming. He was supposed to come today.
Okay.
But the hurricane canceled all the flights to the east, so he can't come yet.
Okay,
And
well that's good. It'll be exciting to see him.
in a couple of weeks, I'm gonna go see him too.
Oh, out in Colorado?
Yeah, I'm going to Colorado.
All right, well good luck with that. I hope it's not too cold for you.
He says it's not that cold.
Well, it isn't yet. It's still fall.
He says it's worse here during the winter.
I think Chris went to Colorado last summer. So I've never been there. My cousin lived there for a while. All right, Talita, you did a great job, and again, thanks for coming in and doing my show.
Of course.
I always love having guests, and the best of luck with everything next year. I'm counting on you to do well, and have a great profession, whatever it happens to be when you get older. So, on that note, are you ready to wrap the show up the way we began it?
Yeah.
All right, folks, thanks for watching Topic Time. See you next time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.